Greetings, welcome to Razor Tree Productions, and welcome to this week's Battle Report. Alright, turn 1 tactical phase. For support mechs, I am going to declare 1. I'll take aim with my Sentinel that has the Hellfire missile rack.
Okay, I'm going to be launching a Torinoko smoke grenade from this character here. So she is going to launch that grenade right here so that any attacks made through that suffer a -1 penalty for my opponent. She spends 1 ammo to do that. Yes, that's all the tactical abilities I'm doing this turn.
And that is the same for me as well. I'm not declaring any for my pilot or infantry and dropship. Alright, so on to the initiative tracker. We've got my infantry and dropship first. So I'm going to boost twice because I have a large base, and then I'm going to, so that gives me a 16 movement, base 10, plus 3 for each boost. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I'll get my edge over here. And then I'm going to disembark for 3 movement, being done with my dropship now. Disembark for 3, then 1, 2, 3. Take control of that objective. Actually, that is it. I'm just going to leave that 1 right there and keep my other inside the dropship. We're going to go ahead and activate my pilot now, and I'm going to move up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 of my 12. 6 from my pilot, 6 from Icarus Flight Kit. Then 11 to move over 1. And I'm going to fire into the Oni. Alright, going to do 3 rounds of my... I'm going to fire all 3 of my Javelin missiles. 4, 3, and 1. So, yeah, there we go. Easy enough. That was my burst roll. Now for the hit locations. 4, 3, 3.
1 to the torso, 2 to defender's choice, and I'll take 1 to each leg, and then I've got 1 to the torso.
And those are 3 damage apiece?
3 damage apiece.
2 more actions left. I will go ahead and use 3 shots of my gun blade. 2, 4, and 7. So 2 is 1, 4 is 2, 7 is 4, plus a crit. So I'll just set this 8 aside. Ooh, I'm just gonna do that. Oh my goodness. 8, 8, 8, plus my free crit. And then 1, 1, 2, 3.
1's miss. 3 damage. 2 damage to locations of my choice. We'll take 1 to each leg. And 8 is your choice.
I'll just put them all on the torso.
Alright, 4 damage to the torso.
And with my last action, I'll use another 3 rounds of my gun blade. I'm down to 3 ammo. I'll fire again. What do we have here? 2, 3, 5, 6.
5 and 6 are torso. 2 and 3 are my choice. We'll keep taking those on each leg, so each leg is down to half health. And I assume you're dumping that all on the torso?
Yes, all on torso.
6 damage, so torso's down to 7 remaining.
And I do have 1 more movement left, so I'm just gonna move over there.
Alright, this guy's moving up. 1, 2, 3. 8 squares to here. And he's taking his first action. 2 grenades into your Warlord mech. With a grenade, I'm picking a square to burst to right here. There's no other targets. If there were multiple targets gathered around that square, I could hit them all. 1 and 4 are both 1d8 each. 3 and 1, 1's a miss. 3 is location of your choice, 2 damage.
Take it to my left leg.
Alright. Second action. Repeating the same 2-round burst. And hopefully a better roll. 3 and 2. Still pretty bad. And that's 2 hits, 2 damage each, location of your choice.
Let's see, I'll take one to my right leg and one to my left arm.
Okay, and then with his last movement point, he is going to move 1 square back behind this building. The second mech, because he's picking a square, not a target, with the burst rolls for the Hiryu grenade launcher, is landing right here. So we're going to make that same roll again, and he's using his first action. All right, so my first roll on my second Tengu mech is 1, 3, plus crit, plus push. I'm going to push the Warlord mech 1 square over, so he's a little easier to see. And then rolling these, so we know torso, head. I'm going to allocate the 8 to the torso, and the 2's a location of your choice. Keep in mind you can roll for these with your Aegis Shield system as well.
Yeah, I'm still gonna. I'll take the one of my choice to my right arm.
Okay.
These are 2 damage.
Yes. The 8 is going to your torso, and you can't roll for that with the shield. And then there's going to be a total of 4 damage to your torso also that you can roll for, 2 hits.
I will roll those with my Aegis Shield system.
So 1 goes to the shield, 1 goes to the torso, and then there's 2 damage to your head that you can roll for also.
Yeah, and I'll roll for that as well.
And that goes to your head.
So 1 to shield, 1 to head, 1 to torso. Or 2 damage total.
Correct. Repeating that same attack. 8 and 2. 8 is 3 plus push 1. 2 is 1. And I will push him over 1 more square.
Dang it. You blocked me from being able to shoot with my sentinel.
Two misses, 1 of your choice, 1 to the torso, 2 damage each. Did you want to roll for either of those?
Yeah, I'll try to Aegis Shield system the torso shot.
2 to the torso, 2 to your choice, or 2 to the shield system, 2 to your choice.
Okay. And then I'll just take another on my right leg.
Now with my remaining movement, I'm going to advance the Tengu. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let those last 2 movement points go. And we're going into my infantry and dropships. I will start with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're moving her up here. And she's just going to select this square right here. And she's taking 2 shots with her grenade launcher using her first action. 8 is 3 plus push 1. So we will continue to push him. All 3 going to the torso.
I'm going to try the Aegis Shield system on all 3 of those.
Okay. So
another 4 to the torso and
4 to the torso, 2 to the shield system. She's going to repeat that attack because she has the action point and the ammo to do it. And that's just 1 each. The 8 is going straight through the torso, and then the 5, if you want to roll for it, I'm choosing to allocate that to the torso as well.
Yeah, I will roll for it.
Yep, 4 through 9.
Alright, it's 2 more to my shield, so I have 1 damage left on my shield.
Alright, we're rolling into the remaining infantry models. So, dropship is going to boost 1, 2, 3, 4. It must boost 4 in a straight line, so we're not going to do that just yet. We're going to just move normally. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's going to boost 1, 2, 3, 4. Then it's going to do an additional boost. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then use the remainder of its movement points. 1, 2, 3. She will stop right here. So then the first infantry guy is going to get out here. He's going to select a square more than 2 away from him, right there, so it'll hit the Paladin, but not him. And he's repeating the same attack, hoping at least for a push. A 3 and a 2. That's not going to push you. 2 damage to a location of your choice and a miss.
Take to my right arm.
All right, from there, that's all he can do. So he'll go 1, 2, 3. And then his buddy is going to get out here. And then go
stop
1,
right there.
2, 3.
Can you stop where you got out?
Yeah, absolutely.
Do I have on a sight on this guy in any form or fashion, partial or... So as Will's inventory moves here, I gain full line of sight with this Sentinel that has, what is the name of it?
Hellfire Missile Rack.
Yeah, well, the action that I was taking.
Take aim.
Take aim. Yeah, I have take aim, so I'm going to use that now. So get rid of the little action marker and fire 3 rounds of the Hellfire Missile Rack into that infantry, because he's out of the range of my burst rifle.
So these will all be reduced by 1 because of you're firing through the smoke token.
Mm-hmm. So that is actually going to be 8, 5, 1, and then that push 1. So I'm going to go ahead and, before we start rolling, I'm going to push 1 and push you back.
That'll keep me from getting that objective.
That was good enough. Now if I do damage, yay.
There we go.
All right, here we go. 5, 5, 3, 4.
Nope.
Nope, because 1 through 5 misses all infantry, correct?
Correct.
All right, but I got the push, so it was still worth doing.
So then I'm just going to use my remaining 2 movement, since I can't get that objective, to hug into the wall. So we'll go 1, 2. And that will end my infantry activation right there. I'm going to roll right into my pilot. And he is going to advance. 1, 2, 3.
Ruh-roh.
Clear line of sight. And because I only move 3, I can, if I choose, use the mobile turret. 1 free shooting action if I move 3 squares or less. This is my first shooting action. Rate of fire 6. Alright, 2 are going straight through to your torso that you can't do anything about. You only have 1 HP left on your shield, right?
Yes.
Alright, do you want to roll for these torso ones one at a time?
Yes. How much damage is a...
These are 1 damage each.
Okay. I don't block 1. I'm going kaboom. So I blocked 1.
Okay.
So that's no more shield.
Alright. Then we've got these remaining ones here. 2 damage to the torso and 3 to a location of your choice. Action number 2. We're going to do another 6-round burst with the Oni into the Paladin. We'll resolve high numbers first. How much damage do you have left on your torso?
3.
Alright, so the mech is destroyed and the pilot ejects within 3 squares.
Okay. Right, I've been destroyed. I decided to deploy back here with my pilot. It's risky because he can still shoot me. I want to be close to deployment, so when I get it back.
Alright, I'm taking action number 3 into your pilot this time with the Fujin Gatling gun. A lot of misses here. All misses. So from that action, that is 2 to the torso, 1 to the head.
Alright. I survived for now.
Because I only moved 3 squares, I'm taking a free shooting action with mobile turret. Dealing a total of 4 damage to the torso, 1 damage to the head on the pilot.
Okay. Still alive, barely.
Alright, so we're activating Rosie back here behind the Oni Warlord mech. She's going to use mechanic support to put 9 ammo back on the mech, putting him at 12 total. Then she will advance. And that ends my turn.
Alright, now we're going to my support mechs. We're going to do the easy stuff first. I'm going to go ahead and activate Rosie. She's going to move 6. So I'm just counting diagonally 2, 4, 6, but that's actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then she has 3 actions. A model within 3 squares regains 3 ammo and on a weapon and 3 HP on a single hit target. I'll do it twice for my torso, putting that back up to full, and once on my head, putting that back up to full. So I have an undamaged pilot. And Rosie's done. And we talked about doing this retroactively because I completely forgot. He would have gone up 2, 3, 4, 5. He would have used his full movement. Now onto my actual mechs. He's just going to fire both of his actions, Hellfire Missile Rack, across at the Oni. Alright, so I'm going to expend 3 more ammo. So this is the Hellfire missile rack. And I do have a push 1. I'll still keep line of sight if I push you 1 this way. So I think I will just force your firepower. 7-8-3-8.
Defender's choice, head, torso, torso, I'm assuming.
How much? Yeah, because
I got 7 left on the torso. You'd have him down to 1.
Yeah, torso.
3 to the head. Got it. And defender's choice, will take it on the left arm.
It's gonna be a tight fit, but if he moves 10, up and over will be 10. He can get inside that cloud.
Yes, so up and over is 10. Now he won't be drawing line of sight through where we had the smoke marker placed.
Which was right here.
Correct.
He's gonna fire his Gladius burst rifle into that infantry and hope for the best. All right, first burst from a Gladius burst rifle. Roll. 1 through 5 miss, right?
Correct.
Infantry. So I just got the 2 crits.
2 headshots.
All right, 2 headshots.
All right. Repeating the same attack on the same target.
Let's go. Need an 8. Oh, all misses. 1-5-1.
No, that's a 7 in there. That's 1 to the torso.
Okay. I am going to use my last movement to just move over and hit everything.
All right, end of first round. Jared gets 1 point for holding this objective, and I get 1 point for Titan Slayer. That's 1-1 at the end of the first round.
Well, there were a lot of tactical abilities declared. This guy threw a smoke grenade here. Both sentinels on my side have taken aim, and my infantry on the objective as defensive positions. So now we'll go to the initiative tracker, which brings us to infantry and dropship for me. I'm going to start with my Crusader minigun, firing through the smoke at that person that I'm sure is back there somewhere. I'm going to spend 3 ammo, because it has a rate of fire of 3, if I recall correctly.
Correct.
And I'm going to be -1 on all this because of that smoke. So we have 7-7-5-2.
So that's 2 to the torso.
And he's going to do that again. He has 6 ammo left. He's going to do another shot of 3.
So he was doing his free attack with defense positions and then his 1 action.
All right, here we go. So we have 1-0-0.
There you go. Shooting in the smoke.
That's right. And 1. So miss. Right, well, he fired.
Smoke grenades.
Yeah. And now I'm going to go with my actual drop ship. All right, we did some pre-measuring. I'm going to go 10 on him, but so he moves up 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. He's going to stop on his way to repair for this guy.
So a resupply of 3 ammo?
Yes. And then he's going to continue. He's going to, with his second action, boost 1, 2, 3. So now I'm in range to actually drop down my infantry, which I will move here, I believe. That's 3. Then 4, 5 will claim me that objective. And then I'll go ahead and spend... Actually, you know what? I'll go 6. Just so I'm not... Does that get me out of the smoke grenade yet?
No, you would still pull line of sight through this square. So it's the smoke square and any adjacent. Mm-hmm. So it would still be a -1 on your burst. But remember, your +2 on your hit roll for your pistol will offset the -1 on your hit roll.
Oh, that's right, Defender handgun. Forgot about the Defender handgun. Well, I'm going to go ahead and use that Defender handgun then on that person that I kind of see a silhouette in the smoke over there. Here, I'm doing 3 Defender handgun shots through the smoke. So this will actually be Super 0, 1, and 4. 1 through 5 miss.
2 misses over here.
This fella is going to move 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then just firefight. Right, we're on to my pilot, which I'm going to actually activate Rosie first. I'm going to use her on this step so she doesn't die before I get to do it. But she'll just 2, 4, 6, and then restore 3, 6.
Bump his missiles back up to full?
Yeah, bump his missiles back to full, exactly. And that's it. He's already at full health, so he has full Hellfire missile rack. Then I'll go on to my pilot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I only need to go 5.
6.
6. Okay, that's not adjacent.
Yeah, diagonal's not adjacent.
Oh, that's right. So full 6, and then I'll spend 1 action to embark. So back in the mech. All right, we figured it out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Gets me there.
And that looks like full line of sight to me. Yep, full line of sight.
So I'm going to dump my 3 javelin missiles. We got 1, 2, 2. Here we go. 3, 8, 7.
So my choice, headshot, and I'm assuming the 8's going to the torso?
Yes.
You could knock the head off.
I'm going to do that.
Okay.
Head.
So head, my choice, and head.
And in a truly heroic fashion, with my 1 move, I'll tuck back behind that building. So there is Rosie and my pilot. Now it is onto your pilot, whose head I have blown off.
All right, I'm immediately going to activate Rosie. She is going to repair the head.
Before you do,
Before I do,
I'm going to use my action on my mech to fire his Hellfire missile rack.
you know what we forgot to do here? We forgot to account for the smoke screen. That's on me. But
Smoke screen.
the smoke screen will be accounted for in this shot.
Yes, Hellfire missile rack. Here we go. 3 shots at -1. So this will be a 0, 1, 7. Then we have 0, 6, 4.
Torso, and nothing. All right, Rosie's going to activate. She's going to use her first to repair the head, back up to 3. That also comes with 3 ammo. Her second activation is going, or action, will repair the torso by a number 3 and 3 more ammo. Then from there, she's going to go 1, 2, 3, and since her repair has a range of 3, she's going to repair him just to give ammo back, putting him back up to 5 rounds. Now, having done that, the Oni is going to activate. It doesn't really have any good targets right now, so let me take a moment to figure out exactly how I'm going to do this. All right, maybe it's overkill, but I'm going to put the Fujin Gatling gun into this poor infantry trooper here.
Yes.
We'll do a 6-round burst. We've seen how this thing whiffs against infantry. We'll see. Wait, there was an 8 in there, wasn't there? Think that's enough headshots to take her out.
Yeah, there's only 4 or 3. You only have 3, so yes.
All right, so no need to resolve the rest.
All right, so she has been blown away by a hail of bullets.
All right, so at this time, I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll push up this way. That ends my pilot's turn, and on to Jared's support mechs.
All right, well, I've got take aim up already, so I'm just going to go ahead and use it before I use my regular actions and fire into her. All right, Gladius burst rifle. All misses. Then I'll use my actual action. So I'm just going to use all my javelin missiles. Nope, 7 and 1.
Has him down to 1 HP remaining on the torso from that 3 damage.
And then for his second action, because 1 was the tactical ability, I'll just go ahead and do Gladius burst rifle again, because it's all I have ammo for. 8 and 1.
All right, headshot. That won't do it.
My other sentinel doesn't have anybody in line of sight, and he used a tactical ability, so he can't move.
All right, starting my infantry and dropship phase, I'm going to move my dropship this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's going to use 1 action point to restore 4 ammunition to her Hiryu grenade launcher. And then it's going to use 1 action point to egress the battlefield. Then we're going to move on to my infantry, and I'll go through that in just a second here. Okay, we're going to start back here. And I'm going to go 1. And then I know she's got 20 range, which will reach across the battlefield. We'll land the grenade here to hit 2 targets. So this is me getting my first burst out. She's going to spin 2 grenades. And we make a single hit location roll, and we apply this to both targets. So a 1 and an 8. So the 1's a miss, but 8 is going to the torso of both targets. And it's an 8, so you can't apply the shield system. So that's 2 damage to each torso. She's going to repeat that attack using her second action point because she's the team leader. So for push, I'm going to scoot each over by 1. So 1's a miss on both. Each is going to take 4 damage to the torso from the 8s. And then these are each going to the torso, and these can be rolled for with the shield system. All right, we'll come back to that.
I'll try to roll for the shield. Block them all.
Okay, now that would
That's going to
take.
expend 6 of them, right?
So this is where the shield gets tricky. I'm assuming you were prioritizing the Paladin over the Sentinel, right?
Yes.
So you would take 6 damage to the shield system for the Paladin at this point.
Mm-hmm. So now I have 3 left.
And now, 1 at a time, or 2 at a time, you could roll for the torso of your Sentinel if you want to do that, or does he just take the damage?
All right, and this is for the Sentinel. Let's see, stopped 1, didn't stop 1, so I'll expend my shield and take, how much are they apiece?
2 damage. So
I'll
you take
4 to the Sentinel and my shield's gone.
Not quite. So this one here took 2 damage to your shield. This took 2 damage to the Sentinel. So you take 2 damage to the Sentinel's torso, 2 damage to the shield, and then you've got 1 last roll. Okay, so the shield's expended, but the Sentinel only took 2 damage from the blast.
Okay.
So with her remaining movement points, she moved 3 to get there if I recall correctly. She's going to go 1, 2, 3. We're going to move to him. He's going 1, 2. I'm going to reclaim that objective. Then he's going to put a shot in the same area. He's going down to 1 remaining. A 1 and a 5 is 1. And this is your choice for both models, and it's 2 damage each.
2 damage each? Alright, they took a grenade to the knee.
There we go. So with that said, he has movement remaining. He's going to go 1, 2, 3, and take cover behind that building. That ends my infantry turn onto my support mechs, which we'll come back to. All right, I'm going to start with this Tengu mech in the backfield here. He's going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So he's going to plug up that objective. And he's going to shoot his 2 remaining shots into this square right here so that it hits Rosie, the Sentinel, and the Paladin. 7 and 2. So that's a total of 3. 5, 5, 7. So I know the 7 is a torso shot to Rosie. The 7s and 5s are head and torso on the Sentinel and the Paladin.
Mech down, damage dispersed.
All right, the second Tengu mech is going to use his flight pack. We're going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Gets him there. And we'll go 8, just so there's no funky line of sight. And he will set his shot there so that burst 2 will hit Rosie and the Paladin. He's firing 2 grenades. That's a 9 and a 3. That's really good. And it's 3d8 plus push plus crit. So we will push this way, this way. Then we're going to resolve damage. Attacker's choice. Torso on the Paladin. Attacker's choice on the Paladin. And then for Rosie, it's going to be headshot, torso, miss.
Rosie, no!
Okay, and he's going to spend 2 more ammo to use his second action to repeat that attack, this time only targeting the Paladin. 6 is 2. Torso, 4 more damage.
I think that's gonna, yeah, that'll do it.
That'll do it.
So it's a blown up mech again. So I'm gonna get my pilot knocked out. Down again.
And with 1 movement point remaining, I'll bring him back to here, and that ends round 2.
All right, score.
Scoring phase. So we each have 1 objective, and then I took Titan Slayer a second time. So that'll jump Jared up to 2 points, and me up to 3 points at the end of round 2.
All right, on to round 3. All right, starting off with this mech, I'm going to attempt to fire a Hellfire Missile Pack.
All right, cool. I'm going to fire and fade.
Yeah, figured that was coming.
So he is going to put his... Now we got to determine, can I see the square? I think I see. I know I can see that square. Can I see that square?
Let's find out.
So we figured out line of sight. Even still, I'm just going to shoot at this square because it gets her and him. So he's doing his fire and fade. He only has 1 grenade left. We'll fire that soul grenade. It's an 8. That's pretty good. 3d8 and push 1. So we will push 1, and see what happens. Absolutely nothing to the infantry, and 6 damage to his torso.
Now he is still within range of my
Aegis Shield system.
Aegis Shield system.
So you can roll for each of those if you wish.
And I'm going to.
All right, 2 are blocked, 1 goes through. So while he does that, I'm going to finish my movement. And we will go 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And he's going to stop right there.
Now, about that missile. Fire it straight ahead. All right, Hellfire Missile Rack burst roll. We have 6, 4, 6.
4 is Defender's choice, so that is going to be 6 to the torso and 3 to my choice.
I'm going to spend my tactical ability so I can fire missiles a second time. Otherwise, I wouldn't be able to. So another 3. Got 8, 6, 6, 5, 3.
Super dead.
Okay.
Super dead.
Can I get right on top of this? 1, 2.
Yeah, you would. If you're on top of it, you're technically not drawing line of sight through it. So yeah, that works.
I mean, either way, however much movement I need to spend, 1, 2.
2 gets you there. Yep.
And if I'm clear, I'm going to start firing into her. Muzzle thump. Ha. 2. So that's 1d8. Yeah. 6.
Okay, that hit the torso for how much damage?
Muzzle thump does 1 damage.
Guess what? 1 damage remaining on the torso.
Yes.
Done. You slam me with the muzzle of your almost empty weapon.
Well, now I will fire my... Because I do have 2 actions on these, don't I? Yes. Okay.
Yes, and this actually changes my plans a lot, too. I had plans for that model. Thank you for ruining those. What are we doing?
Gladius Burst Rifle into this Sentinel.
Okay, with your last
remaining 3 rounds. Two rounds. 2 rounds.
You've got 3, but you can only spend 2.
Here we go. Is 2 crits, then 3, 3, 4, 5.
All right, let's resolve that.
So upon completion of that, I don't need to use all my movement here. I just need to back up enough to kind of block line of sight. I guess I'll go up right there. Yeah, just make sure. Not using all my movement, just going up to right there. So that's all of my support mechs. Now it's going to go to infantry and dropship. I'll start with the easy thing first, which is 1, 2 to claim. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He will fire into that mech now.
So I'm totally dropping a dime on Razor Tree here. Jared asked me to hold this camera for him so he can be effectively dramatic. All right, so let's see it. Inflict your drama on the rest of us, Jared. What are we doing?
Well, he's going to fire with his Gatling gun first.
Okay.
Then he's going to drop that Gatling gun, reach into the back of his, wherever his holster is. No, it's on his leg. Pull that handgun out, do his tactical ability, and move forward and fire that too.
Okay, you've got to make gun noises as you roll dice.
All
since
right.
you said all that.
Will do. I could do it now.
Sure.
Just get him, shooter! All right, first the Gatling gun shot, which is my Crusader minigun.
Okay.
Crusader minigun is my last burst that I have. So, 3.
Oh, well. So the one's a miss. These 3s and 4s I get to choose. The 7's a headshot, and the 8 you get to choose.
Torso.
All right, we're going to resolve these. So we allocated damage. My guy's all shot up. And now Jared is doing part 2, the Defender handgun.
All right.
3-round burst?
Yes, 3-round burst, the Defender handgun. Give me some good Defender handgun. We got 8, 8, 3, 4, 3.
All right, those 2 8s, you choose. The 3, 4, 3, I choose. I think he lives through this, but let's allocate damage. So he's still alive. He's just out of ammo and not in good shape.
I do still have another infantry. 2, 4, 6. Because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What kind of line of sight does she have?
So we got up close, and Jared's infantry unit here has partial line of sight. So he's going to be trying to take my Tengu off the board, trying to get Mechbuster so that he can tie up the score at a minimum. All right, Jared, what are we doing?
I'm going to spray and pray with my Crusader minigun. 3-round bursts, I'm at -1 on this.
It'll be -1.
Right, so that will be a 5, 7, 0.
And -1 to these as well.
All right. So we have 7, 4, 6, 5, 2.
All right, let's do damage.
I'm going to hold off on Rosie because I don't know what to do with her, but that concludes my infantry and dropship.
All right, that pushes it to my infantry and dropship. All right, I'm going to figure out what I'm going to do in response. All right, so at the start of my infantry and dropships, my Tenchi dropship is going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. And with boost, that was the first action. Second action point is going to be another boost. 1, 2, 3, 4. That actually sounded terrible. And it's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And just park itself right there. We'll even go one more and go 9. He is going to get out and land right here. I can't take that objective from you unless I knock the guy off. I'm going to use my Kyodai sword. And that's a rate of fire 1 to 2. I don't know why you'd ever do a rate of fire 1 because this is ammo unlimited. Whoever designed this. All right, so we're making our burst roll. Okay, there are special rules here. Special rule +1 to its hit roll if the defending model is infantry or pilot. Headshot, headshot, 2 damage.
2 damage apiece?
Yep, 2 damage each.
Oh.
And this misses.
Decapitated.
All right, so that takes him off the objective. Claiming this for Timoni.
It has been surprisingly violent over here.
It has. And then the rule says I can be placed anywhere within 2 squares of the target. I guess it doesn't matter. We're just going to put him there, and that is his turn.
Oh.
And I'm going to take a moment to decide what I'm going to do with the rest of my infantry. All right, Rosie with her 3 actions here. So we're going to do something funny. It really doesn't matter, but she's going to smack this dropship with a wrench. Because she's got 3 actions, and refueling her is only going to take 2. So this is Rosie's wrench. Into the dropship. 2. So that's 1d8 plus push 2. 3. On the dropship is a miss. So we'll just push 2. That's the dropship knocked off course by the wrench. Bonk. Then she's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. And she's going to use the last 2 actions to bring her back up to full ammunition. All right, from there, she is going to go 1, 2. And she's going to drop around here where it will hit this infantry and this sentinel. That's 2 ammunition, so here we go. All right, grenade shot. All right, so this is a 2, a 7, and a 6. So against the infantry, the 2 misses, but the 6 and 7 go to the torso. That is 4 damage total to her torso. And then on him, the 7 is a headshot, torso shot, and your choice. Okay, so my team leader still has 3 ammo remaining. So she's gonna fire another 2 grenade bursts into that same spot. 9 is 3, plus push, plus crit. So we will push this way and this way. So that's 2 damage to her head and 4 damage to her torso.
That doesn't kill her.
So she's out. And then for this guy, that is 6 to the torso, 2 to the head, 1 of your choice. Will he survive that?
All right. 6 to the torso is just enough to blow him up too.
So he's also out. Okay. And that's that action. She's going to use her remaining movement to get back in cover.
Okay, for pilot turn, just for good measure, she's going to go ahead and use one of her. I'm going to pick Rosie to go in this initiative stage. Heal his Aegis shield system to full. Nah, she'll just stay there. She has no reason to go anywhere else. Now onto my pilot. Move 2. Embark. So I have 10 left. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So there's my full movement done now, and firing into the mech. I do have 2 actions. I'm actually going to opt for my gun blade gun mode to fire into this Tengu. All right, so here's the first shot of the gun blade. And hit locations, we've got 8, 5, 5, 7. So 8, 7, 5, 5, 4, 3.
This is going into the Tengu?
Yes.
All right, you need 2 to the torso, and that's enough to destroy him.
All right.
So you've destroyed him, which means you've taken out all my support mechs, which means you get the mech buster. Point this around.
Turn around and fire into the only thing I can shoot, which is your dropship. You know what? I'm gonna get rid of my gun, switch it to my blade, bring that sword out, and just so I can say I used it this game, I'm in range of that.
All right, let's see what happens.
Hit you with my sword. Rate of fire 2. 1, 2, 8.
8's a location of your choice, and push.
You don't really need to push. I'm just gonna.
And the others miss.
I can just stay where it is. I just wanted to hit it with my sword.
All right, so it is. Yeah, there you go.
All right, now the rest of this turn is all you.
So this is my last activation of the game. I've got pilot and support mechs left on the initiative tracker, but my support mechs are all destroyed. So my Oni, he has enough for 2 bursts. So we're gonna put a maximum burst on the dropship, see if I can break through here. And I might be able to get Headhunter if I can destroy this, move up, and shoot him off the objective as well. I won't take that objective, but I'll get the secondary at least. So this is the first round of damage on the dropship. So we've got 4 more coming from this 7. We'll pull the misses, which they all are. So this is the rest of them. Okay, so at this point, I'm just going to allocate all this to the fuselage. We're going to add this up and come right back.
Enough damage was not done. Not enough damage was done to blow me up, but he did get push 7.
Exactly, yeah. The Fujin Gatling gun, appropriately named after the Shinto god of wind, has blown him back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Which gives me enough leeway to move up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we're going to figure out line of sight here to see if I have full or partial. I have full?
Yeah, I can see it easy.
Okay, we'll roll right into it. So I'm going to spend the last 6 rounds to do a burst on this guy and see if I can get the Headhunter secondary objective. All right, last play of the game. Did we get enough to knock you off the objective? That's 3 headshots. Is that enough?
3 headshots?
4 headshots.
Oh, that's plenty enough. Just everybody's getting their head either knocked off, blown off, or sliced off.
Oh man. Okay, so that's that. So we can go right into the scoring phase because this is the final round from here. Mm-hmm. You got Mechbuster. That puts you up to 3. You still hold this objective, even though I shot your guy. That puts you up to 4. And that's it for you. I got Headhunter. That puts me up to 4. I got 1, 2. That puts me up to 6. And I think that's it. 4 to 6 in the final round.
That was an incredibly close, incredibly violent, incredibly fun game.
I agree. All right, let's wrap this up. So after that, what do you think?
I think the Oni are amazing. They definitely have a lot of flavor to them. And getting one of my infantry decapitated by one really put the cherry on top on what the Oni can do to me.
That was a fun play. That was a fun play. So those of you that know me, you know that the Paladin faction is my faction, that I'm always playing the Paladin character in any dungeon crawler we play. I offered Jared the choice, and he said, play the Oni faction. I'm used to the Paladin faction. This Oni faction's all new, so we went with that. Even though it wasn't my preferred faction, I had a lot of fun playing them. And I hope you will too. But anyway, I'd like to turn it over to Razor Tree here. Just what were your insights from that game we just played?
It was incredibly violent, but also incredibly close. It's one of my favorite things about this game is, like, you can feel like you're on the back foot, but I have yet to feel like I've just absolutely been steamrolled, because there's always a way to recover. And that should be proven with the fact that if you watch this whole battle report up now, you saw that I lost my Warlord mech twice and still kept it within 2 points.
Yeah, it was a very close. What was it, 4 to 6 at the end?
Yeah.
And 3 battle rounds were very eventful.
Yes.
So at this point, we hope you've enjoyed the battle report. Valkyries are coming next. Oni are a lot of fun. There's some rough edges that I still have to smooth off of the rules. But for the vast majority, I mean, I think it plays pretty tight. What do you think?
Yeah, I'm glad you know where you need to fix it, because I don't. I didn't run across anything that felt incredibly overpowered, and I also didn't see anything that felt incredibly underpowered on your end, because it felt like your mobility wasn't very high on the stuff that really needed it, and it was higher on the stuff like the Tengu that, like, it's good that they're fast, but they can't directly score you points.
Right.
And I felt like I was much faster than you on the board. I could feel that you had better firepower, but it wasn't so overwhelming that I didn't feel like I had any answer for it.
Right. And the Oni, he destroys anything if he looks at it for too long.
Yeah, I noticed.
But the mobility balances him out. By round 3, I didn't really have a whole lot to shoot at. I was able to score that secondary, but dumping that Gatling gun into a lone infantry dude, I mean, that was kind of overkill. It got me the extra victory point just so I could lead by 2 instead of 1. But yeah, other than that, I mean,
just mechanically they feel very different, which is a good thing when factions don't feel too similar, and they don't feel hardly similar at all, aside from the fact that, you know, how you build a fire team.
Exactly.
That's the only similarity I feel, really.
Smoke grenades were a lot of fun.
Those are awesome.
That was
fun.
fun.
Had to work around them a lot.
I mean, it's a difference between factions, right? The Paladins, they choose to take defensive positions through superior firepower, and my guys throw up smoke, and you think you know what you're shooting at, but maybe you don't. And then Rosie, the mechanic, what did you think of that?
That was completely game-changing, having the hero mechanic, or whatever it will be called in the end there. Having that extra infantry means that I had the choice to throw out objectives, depending on what plan we're on, but having that extra ability to gain ammo and have healing really changed a lot, but it never felt like it broke the game. So game changing, but not game breaking.
Right. You know, without Rosie, ammo depletes, and round 3 and beyond tend to feel a bit desolate. This gave players a bit more agency, I think.
Yeah, well, and what's cool too is even with Rosie there, ammo was still depleted.
Right.
Like, we were still running out of ammo all over the place.
Oh no, my mechs were getting ready to, my Tengu mechs, they're getting ready to muscle thump. You actually did muscle thump.
I did muzzle thump.
And that was pretty cool to see. That actually got my infantry guy too, didn't it?
It did.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to the next heroes. The Hacker and the Slayer.
I'm interested to see what you do with those as well.
Yeah, we'll have to wait and see.
Mm-hmm. I guess that's it for now, but leave a comment and down below. Tell us what you think of the game. If you have any more questions you need to know about Ignition Core Games, I'll leave a link in the description. It's Ignition Core Games ignitioncoregames.com, is that it?
ignitioncoregames.com. Yep. And there's an email address on there, so if you have any questions, ask me anything. We've got a new faction coming. The Valkyrie faction is almost done. There's a fourth faction, the Hashashin. We don't know much about them, do we? Well, I do, but you guys get to find out later. Thanks for watching if you've made it this far, and looking forward to posting another one of these very soon.
Same, and I'll have my own fire team painted up by that point. So anyway, have a wonderful war game.